Hey guys, wanted to do a video on, well, not really, I got a request. To do a video on Glock 17 recoil guide rods. Basically Glock 18 is the same thing. Anyways, I got a couple common questions, and the biggest question I got was, can you short stroke a Glock 17 recoil guide rod? The answer is yes. It's a little limited compared to the TM high capital world, or high capital world. You basically have the number one option that I sort of go with is this one because it's the cheapest and sort of easy. If you look at these are recoil buffers. Oh, sorry about that. These are recoil buffers that you can sort of buy from Amazon, Home Depot. The easiest way to do is just, if whatever guide rod you have yourself, just take it with you wherever you go. Don't take the gun, but just go in the store and see if it, just go look in the O-ring section, or wherever the section is, they'll have like washers, O-ring, neoprene, carbon fiber, that kind of stuff, and just put it on and see if it fits. So after you do that, you can just buy a bunch of them and then start playing around with it. Short stroking is a game. You got to figure out how many can I put on here before it stops feeding the BB, or I start having problems. So that's in your hands. So to put that question, you can short stroke them. Another way you can do is actually sort of buy pre-bought, pre-short stroke kits. This is basically a second two-tier short stroke kit. You can see what you do is trying to turn it upside down so you can see where you actually put. What you do is you get your original recoil stream, whatever you have, and you put it in here, but you do have to cut it somewhat, because it's not going to fit. It's going to be too much tension. So this is another example. Other examples would be 9-ball and Firefly, but those are very expensive. So in the end, I just go with these sometimes, and they're pretty cheap. Second question is, well, basically second and third, is their best recoil guide rod. Really it's just biased, it's opinion based. The only thing I can give you by facts is steel ones. This is the Garter steel ones. Any recoil guide rod that is heavy is going to help mitigate the recoil rise. If it's light, there's going to be more recoil. If it's heavy, it's going to be less, because here's your slide. Here's a heavy recoil guide rod. If it's heavy, when the gun shoots, rises. If you have a heavy one, it's going to help push it, bring it down a little more compared to something that's this one is plastic. Plastic versus the steel one. So that's one thing you guys can look into. Another thing is, it's really for, I want to say, for the pistol nuts. If you're really, if you're a pistol nut like me, you try getting. Let me take this buffer off. We don't need this anymore. A reason why I don't like Garter sometimes, because they have some good products, but mostly they don't have a lot of good products for me. These are not smooth. They're gritty. Especially when you have a recoil spring on it, it's gritty. You can feel it as you push it down. It's not smooth. You can do mods to fix that. You really can. You can smooth it out. This is AIP. These ones come smooth, and they stay smooth for a very long time. I never have any problems, and with it being smooth, I'm getting the best function I can out of my recoil spring. Whenever the slide moves back, it's smooth. It's not. It's like when you rack it, you can feel the grittiness, or you can feel it's not smooth. So that's another thing I look into recoil guide rods. 9-balls are good. Firefly, AIP are good for me. Action. It's just the Garter one's gritty. It's just never been really a fan of them. The only thing I'll give them is they're heavy. And the third question I got was, can you trade recoil springs? Can you change recoil springs? That's a very simple question. It's very easy to do that. The Garter one, because literally a lot of people have these. These are very common. All you have to do is unscrew the bottom. Now, if you can't do it like I can do it, this either has some type of glue in there, Loctite. What you're gonna need to do is use a heat gun it, and then unscrew it with some safe gloves or a wrench. Try not to damage the base, and you just unscrew it, keep on going. Eventually it'll fall off. Your recoil spring, you can pull it off, and say you want to put it onto, is this a Wii one? weight or TM. Say you want to put it onto a TM. This is the Garter 150 on here. I already put it on here just for the sake of the video. These are very easy to take out. What you do is you just pull down the recoil spring. So this is free moving, and this use both your thumbs or whatever you want and push it off. Okay. And here's what it looks like. And then, you know, you just put your recoil spring on here and then compress it. It's a little hard to see, show you guys, and kind of airplane going over. And make sure, let's see, is it focusing? Make sure you put it this facing down, and make sure you seat it properly. You see, this is not, okay, it's not focusing. This is not seated properly. Push it until it seats properly, all around. Okay, this is seated properly. Alright, so you seat it properly and you're good. And another thing I forgot to mention, sometimes people have problems with recoil guide rods. What they'll notice is if they have two, one tends to work better than the other, and they could have the same exact recoil spring. But the biggest difference is, let me show you guys, is this is what you actually have to look out for. Okay, is it focusing? Some have sets, some have like little flat parts, some have grooves, some are a little longer than the other one. It's all very, you know, everything's very different. There's a lot of variety out there, so you have to watch out for that. So if you notice you have a problem with one of them, or one's working better than the other one, try seeing if you can switch these part with that part. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but it might actually solve the problem for you. And these are what it hooks into. Some work better, some are flush, some are not flush, some, you know, just don't work good. And you'll notice a problem with your outer barrel. It'll start causing problem around this area. It just didn't rack right. So I hope that covers the recoil guide rod world. Once again, it's just my opinion, guys. This is what I've done with 9-ball, Firefly, Action, SAF, AIP, Garter. So I hope that helps you guys. And remember, the basics are you can short stroke, you can switch the recoil springs whatever you want with. Always, if you're a piston nut and you really care about it, try to get smooth feeling recoil guide rods. And last thing, if you want less recoil, get a lightweight recoil guide rod. If you want if you want less recoil, you get a heavy one. If you want more recoil, get a lightweight. I'm sorry guys, I'm messing up lately. I got questions about these bearings. Don't really want to get into that. I'm sorry guys. There's a lot of theories about these. Do they actually provide a benefit you can visually see? That's all opinion based. As I don't know, bearings are they're iffy in the airsoft world for the recoil guide rods. Alright, well, I'll see you guys around and have a good day.